Welcome back to Chaotic Crafting. Been a minute and I'm aware of that and I apologize. So I'm gonna do a little journal today. So I've been moving into an apartment for, I don't know, 6 months. And I still say I'm moving in. I'm probably normal people are already moved in, but I ran across this little junk journal that I'd made from an alumni magazine. And it was a little bit wider than a normal magazine. And I thought, I'm just gonna be lazy. And I literally folded the pages into each other and glued them. And then I started going back and putting some cardstock on top. Of course, it's a magazine, even though it's doubled, it's still kind of flimsy. So a thicker cardstock's better than just collage paper. But when I get this finished, it'll be pretty hardy with the doubled up pages and the cardstock on top. And I've got some just junk mail that I'll use some of the pockets from it and make this sort of like a junk journal. And so when I saw this, it kind of inspired me because I just bought a Vogue magazine and thought, how funny, because it was super thin. And I kind of go through, Diane Reedley has many collage videos, so I kind of go through and get what I think would be either a good jelly print pull or something that's cool enough that I'd want to cut out and use in a journal collage page later. So obviously when I do that, I make the magazine even thinner. And so I thought I'd just kind of show you the process of creating a lazy girl magazine collage. So when I pull out some pages, sometimes the opposite page will fall out because it's attached, and when you rip it out, there's nothing left holding it in. So on these pages that I wound up ripping out but not really wanting, I'm gonna make those, either tip them in as extra pages or like I did with 1 or 2 and make them a pocket. And so to show you, of course, to make it a pocket, and I just, instead of folding it up, I fold over one side, zip, zip. And so when I glue this one, I'll glue just these 2 sides, so I'll have this as a pocket. So, so anyway, I haven't glued these yet. So the first one's gonna glue in, but the rest, I'm just gonna glue upward, and I'm gonna glue them solid. If you want to keep pockets, you can certainly glue some just around the perimeter and let the fold be the bottom of the pocket. I'll go back and put some washi tape in my creases. So I just wanted to kind of show you what I do. It's so easy. I probably shouldn't even be doing a how-to on it. So of course, I make sure I tear it up a little bit past where it needs to go, and then I try to even it up. I think that about 15 to 20 pages is probably a good thickness wise, because then when you tip some in and when you make pockets, and you add your cardstock, you're gonna make it kind of thick. So we don't want to make it so thick. Obviously, if there's a picture that you want to preserve, you can be mindful of that. But I'm down to about my last 8 pages. So I was just gonna show you what I would do from here. And this would be a fun little project, I think, to do with a teenage girl or a preteen girl. I mean, obviously anybody 7 or 8, whoops, I just ripped it, can do as good of a job as I did, considering I just ripped it. This is just ripping up a magazine and gluing it down. So how hard is that? But on these really torn sides, I'm gonna use some washi tape later to go back and reinforce all of the openings. And I'll do that before I even put any cardstock. So another thing I wanted to show you, one thing that I've kind of gotten out to do, is to firm up the front and back cover. I took the back of a notebook, just a student notebook, and I cut this part off, the spiral part, And so I'm gonna put this inside the fold on the front and back cover just to make it a little sturdier. I'll still cover it with cardstock, something heavy. And if I lose a page out of this, I'm not gonna cry about it, you know? Because like I said, we can always tip in pages later. And I'm just trying to show you like a one stop, easy peasy, make your own journal. So I'm almost done with this, and then we'll start the gluing process. So I don't need this anymore, this binder. This is just all the glue. There might be a staple in here, but I really don't think so. So I'm just gonna cut that off. And hold up my last page. And now I have a cute little magazine journal. That was zero work. Matter of fact, mostly fun. And now reinforce and glue together. Okay, so now I have a fairly sturdy front cover, but I just wanted to show you what I was planning on doing. And I'll leave mine hanging out just a little bit so I can neaten it up with scissors. And that is going to reinforce all of my pages. Okay, so now we have a little book. We're going to let the pages dry. As you can see, they're really wet. And we're going to come back and put some cardstock on them to sturdy them up a little bit and maybe add some tabs to the end. But I'm going to give this a couple of days to dry out, and then we'll finish up the video. Thank you for watching Chaotic Crafting. See you next time. Bye.